All right, man. No one for the past, I don't know how long it's been, but there's been times where I'll sit there. Have you ever seen like an argument that was started by somebody but didn't get finished by somebody? This is why I'm making this video. I'm making this video for them. You know, I just came from a gas station. Don't look like that. Yes, I just came from a gas station. I'm not lying. And they just all of a sudden, you know, I don't even know how this happened, but it scared the devil out of me. Like, I was so scared. This guy just, you know, like I was, you know, pumping gas, and I hear a little, you know, like you know how when somebody slams the brakes, you can kind of hear the car, you know, kind of jerk a little bit. So I kind of looked over to my left, but then I was like, oh, just try the emergency brake. All of a sudden, I heard this car. I heard somebody get out their truck. And then I heard it slam the door, and I saw this hillbilly in overalls. And he goes, "Hey, you know you saw me going in that gas pump right there. You saw me. You saw me." And then the guy just looks like, "And what are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it?" He says, I'm going to do something about it. You just watch your back, man. You watch your back. No, he was a hillbilly, so you better watch your back. Don't mess with me. And he goes, "Man, I would not be scared of you anyways. I'll light a match up and burn all the gas you about to get anyways, fool. You better back your hillbilly self up. Do something about it then. Dang. Jesus." And then he just slams into his truck and drives off. So you leave the argument as just like, I mean, he left the argument saying, "Do something about it then. Jesus," and then just slams the truck door and then he drives off. So how is he gonna do something about it if you? Now he's gonna go home thinking about who was the person that said that to him, and now you're in trouble. Now you can't even get a good night's sleep. I bet he's probably sitting there thinking to himself, "Man, if that dude tried to attack me in my farm, man, I'll shoot that dude up. Shoot that dude up. Don't mess with me. Man, I got chickens to feed. Yeah, I got cows to milk. Don't mess with me," you know? Like, you know, I never, and see, the only thing about this whole argument, you know, it was funny. Don't get me wrong. I laughed. But, you know, I never understood, why did the hillbilly drive off? He started the argument. All he had to do was drive off in the first place. So now if you think about it, he basically did all of that for no reason. Luckily, the guy who was pumping the gas was calm. Because I know dang well if he was black, oh, he wouldn't have left. His tires would have either been flat or his tires would have even been stolen because somebody was around the corner and saw the tires just sitting there. Or the whole truck would have been stolen because he left the keys up in there. All he did was just slam the door extra hard, like that's going to scare anybody, you know? So I've been wondering, like, you know, why do people do that? Mainly, I think, you know, if you can't finish an argument, or if you be, you know, there's times where you become in hush mode. But that wasn't even a hush mode moment. You know, a hush mode moment is the end of an argument. I mean, that's finishing an argument. I feel like I'd rather be put in hush mode than to just, no, I'm lying. Never mind. Because actually, you know, I believe if you don't have nothing to say back to the person, just come out with something totally random. You know what I mean? Like, you know, me and my friend were just arguing about stuff that happened a couple years ago and how I used to cheat on tests. And I go, "I did not cheat on tests." "Whatever, that's why you had an F in that one class." And I was like, "I did not have any Fs that year, dude. I don't know what you're talking about." "Yes, you do. Yes, you do, dude. You over here acting stupid." I said, "You better shut up. That's why you had cornflakes this morning." And I just walked away. I finished that argument. Okay, now, okay, he probably was still talking stuff as I left, but at least I left the scene with something for everyone who was around there to think about. You know, that's the best thing to do. Nobody's mad at me anymore because they are now thinking about what they ate for breakfast. You see, it all makes sense. I'm not a random person. I'm just doing things that can help me in certain situations. Now, I don't know what hillbillies eat for breakfast, and I highly doubt it could be cornflakes. Man, I didn't even think about that. But, you know, you always My thing is in an argument, you can't just leave. Okay, you have to start what you finish every time. I mean, even if you don't know what to say, like I said, be put in hush mode. Just be put in hush mode. Sometimes there's just things that come back to you that just was so good to the point where you're like, all right. What you crying for? I ain't crying. I ain't crying. Also, another thing. Don't, in an argument, say your things out loud. Don't mumble under your breath. Don't, man, this dude's soft. Come on now. Say your stuff out loud. Make him hear what you gotta say. Express yourself. An argument you have is between you and him. Or you and her. Or, yeah, it's between you and them. So, no matter what you say under your breath, somebody's going to hear it because somebody's probably still trying to listen to you to see if you're going to say anything. Also, do not say nothing after the argument's over. That's pointless as heck. I mean, you cannot sit there 5 minutes later finally have something to say. I do that all the time though. Like by 5 minutes later after the argument's over, I finally think of something good to say. Do I say it under my breath? Do I say it out loud? No. I just say, all right, I remember that next time. You know? But, yeah. Don't ever panic either. So, this is my advice to anyone out there who gets in arguments. Finish what you started. So if you started the whole argument, you better finish it, or else you're gonna be looking stupid. Now, if you're not a good debater or a good arguer, you know, then don't argue with them. I mean, hello, you know, that's simple. That's like if you don't know how to walk, don't stand up. You know what I'm saying? If your butt is hurting, don't sit down. So that same thing with arguing. Arguing is part of life. It's part of the day. You know what I'm saying? I get in at least one argument every day with somebody. Now it could be for fun, or it could be for serious stuff, or it could be just for random stuff. You didn't put your money in the jar. Okay, fine. Gosh. But at least I finished it. I didn't just go away or say something under my breath or no. So finish what you started, and if you didn't start it, you better have something good. Just don't be put in hush mode, and don't bring it up 5 minutes later. I'm out. Deuces, man.